Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality. How you doing? And I'm about to bring you some popping hot tea. And in this piping hot tea, I do have sad news to report. The R&B soul community has been rocked by the passing of Angie Stone. Angie Stone, 63, has passed away of a fatal car accident. There are no more details in regards to what may have happened in that car accident. Just stay tuned to my channel for more updates in regards to what may have happened in that accident. Ooh, what a talent. What a loss. Only 63. Y'all, that's young. Y'all remember her song? My sunshine has come, and I'm overjoyed, and there's no more rain in this cloud. And my brother, strong brother, black brother, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Celebrate the black community, the black men. We celebrate them more often than they celebrate us. And that's going to lead me into my next story. But before I get into the next story, I would like to again send condolences to the beautiful Angie Stone. Neo Soul came in at a time in the 90s, the late 90s, early 2000s, where we were being rocked to sleep by our people, weren't we? They were putting out the good music. And along with her former fiance, D'Angelo, baby, they had the R&B neo soul community on lockdown. Now, she did appear on the show R&B Divas, and she always would discuss about how, and I felt so bad for her because she was quite talented. All the disrespect that she got as a singer-songwriter in the music industry at that time, and she was just so disappointed in the fact that, she wasn't respected as she should have been. And I think she wasn't respected. We all know why. My opinion is it was all because of colorism, and that was all because she had the talent. Now, moving right along to my next story. My next story is I told you so kind of a story, and should we care kind of a story. Okay. A black young man was married to a Caucasian woman, and instead of shutting his damn mouth and just being married to this Caucasian woman, what did he have to do? He had to go out in the world and say, "Ooh, black women ain't shit. I would fuck a dog before I would fuck a black woman." So this unaliving of this person has caused great controversy because of the statement that he made. A white woman from Georgia, Hannah Grace Cobb, has been charged in the death and the fatal shooting of her 30-year-old black boyfriend. And the reason why it's important that we know that he's the black boyfriend is due to the simple fact that he made it known that he likes the white women. Okay? Now, let me just say this. Not much has changed since the 60s. White Caucasian men are not always the happiest about black men dating, quote unquote, their women. Now, for me, I don't give two shakes of a rattlesnake's ass as long as it ain't me. The thing about it is, it's historical for me. I just don't do that per se. It doesn't mean that I won't ever, but I just don't see how I could, being that I'm the type of black person coming straight off the Civil Rights Act, right? Even though my parents were the one who and parents like them were the ones who led the charge, the boomers, the black boomers, led the charge in the civil rights movement. We reap the benefits of the civil rights movement, right? We are the ones we are the Gen X. We are the generation that ushered in the movement, that actually put the movement into play. Okay? My mama had already graduated when integration came into play, if you know what I mean, right? So she didn't get a chance to experience going to school with Caucasian people. It was the generation after them. And for me, until, I've always been the type of woman that's been kind of what they used to call in my school militant. So I had too many wake up calls. My friends, Caucasian girls who went to the academy because their parents just could not stand the idea of integration. Girls that I had been really, really close to. I'll never forget this girl named Robin. Robin's daddy hated black people. She used to come to school. I mean, it would be sad how she would come to school crying, begging us to understand how she just was not like her father. And those type of wake-up calls were very pertinent for me. And they affected me in a way that I don't think they affected a lot of my friends. It just gave me this sense of this sense of wanting to know more, this sense of wanting to be knowledgeable about things. And so I just did the research, and I just cannot see myself, partnering, by choice. Like I said, I can't say if, I can't say never, but basically it's just historical. And for me, it would be remiss for me saying that it's amazing to me how black men just have gotten to the point where it just is the most important thing in their lives. You can date who you want to date. What does that have to do with us? Why do you have to go and say, well, I got this snow bunny and she is the best thing since sliced bread? No pun intended, since how sliced bread is usually white. That was the road I was going on. My point was to say, date them. Do what you will. Leave us alone. We don't want that smoke. We don't want that fire. It was a time when we cared. We don't care that much anymore. Yes, we were happy when we saw Jalen Hurts with that black lady. But she's typical black lady that's on their arm. If we ever get a chance to date black men that's in the industry or whatever, they get them like right next to white, and the closest thing they can do get to a white woman or another, or an exotical as they call it. So what is that a win exactly? I don't know. I would love to see a black man just proud to have a beautiful chocolate diva on his arm and just come out and say, this is what I love. I don't love her because of black love and I have to. It's because I love being black and I love black women. Everyone comes with their baggage. I just don't like the fact that black men often think that we didn't come along with the struggle with them. The struggle of being black in America is black in America. And for them to disregard the fact that we were along on the ride, it's really damn ridiculous. But I said all that to say this young man, his name was Telvin Telbo-Rackins Osborne. Now his brother has come out and made a statement. He says that's why we don't date y'all black bitches. Because a lot of black women have gotten to the point where we just desensitized to what's happening. So we were like, oh, she unalived him with a piece that she say she was cleaning. Okay. We're going to mind our own black business on this one. Sorry for that man. Sorry for him. Sorry for all of him and his biracial children. Sorry for him. The incident has sparked intense reactions online, fueled not only by the tragic circumstances of Osborne's death, but also by his derogatory remarks about black women. Osborne, a father of two, was killed early Sunday morning following a heated argument with Cobb after a night of drinking and partying. Did y'all see? That didn't look like a black lady wasted. No, she was two sheets to the wind and white girl wasted. That's what they call white girl wasted. And you didn't have an argument with your white queen, did you? You know, that's the type of stuff that we're talking about. You know, they don't give pushback, remember? But what we have to understand is that when a lot of times when white women are around a lot of black people, they take on the mannerisms of black people. Have you seen it? Have you seen them chop up them words? Hey girl, how you doing? What's up with you? When you talking to me, talk to me like you talk to your other white friend. Buck Wild. Y'all remember how Buck Wild changed that accent when that girl got on that ass on Flavor Love? If you know, you know. Okay. Initially, Kyle claimed that she was accidental, stating she had been cleaning her firearm after a night of partying. However, further investigation shows that it was definitely not an accident, and it was alleged involuntary manslaughter. Involuntary manslaughter? If it was not indeed an accident, let's go ahead and call that first degree. But I'm minding my own black business. Oh, here. According to Burke County's Sheriff's Office, the shooting occurred at approximately 5:45 a.m. on the 800 block of 400 Points Road in Waynesboro. Deputies found Osborne suffering from a single gunshot wound to the chest, and he was later pronounced DOA at the hospital. The Burke County Sheriff's Office is investigating the incident with the Criminal Investigation Division, interviewing witnesses and gathering evidence. Cobb, who was cooperating with the investigation, remains in custody at the Burke County Jail. Okay. I'm sorry for that lady. And sorry for that man who lost his life to his white queen. But you have very little sympathy from black women in the community due to the simple fact that you had the audacity to come to us with business. There are many, many posts where he's so proud of this white lady that he dated and married. I think they were married. So then they came out and had no nerve to ask the black folks for donations. A GoFundMe. Let's see how your white queens folks help you out in this matter. Okay, we're going to move right along to the next story. Again, sorry for that man. Let's talk about Tasha Scott. Right? Do you guys remember the show SWB and Xscape, or was it SWB versus Xscape or something like that? This show came out in 2022, 2023, somewhere around there. So we had the group Xscape, and then we had the group SWB. Well, there was a lot of conflict on this show about who was the real superstars. Was it SWB? Was it Xscape? So SWB always put themselves on the pedestal because of one song, which was weak. But in my opinion, and what Candy clarified, is that as far as record sales as a whole and units as a whole, Xscape had the most sold records, and that's what people did not look at. People were looking at the bigger hit. But as far as the music goes, across the board, Xscape has sold more units. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, Tasha, being a member of Xscape, she decided that in the middle of the show, she was going to go riding over there with Xscape. Because, you know, they were all friends at some point. It was just business, okay? Business got in the way of the friendship. But then they later on decided they were going to go on tour together, which made a lot of black folks happy. Because that's all we wanted, right? We want the music. We wanted the people, okay? That's all we wanted. So, we all happy and what's not. And Latasha and her husband and the fifth member, which is Tasha's mama, was over there making backdoor deals, and they had allegedly stolen some money from another sister in the group who is Tasha's biological sister, Tamika Scott. So allegedly she had stolen somewhere in between $30,000 to $45,000, which the people say was even more than that. Could have been in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, because what happened was allegedly the husband, Rocky, Latasha Scott's husband, was managing her and was pilfering the money that they had fought so hard to receive, which was their residual checks. Now, if you know anything about a residual check as an old R&B group, you know how important that money is. Because at times, when you fall off the way Xscape had began to fall off, like in the late 2000s and whatnot, and then, you know, the group end fighting, then no new music, and all of the above. Those things happen, and when those things happen and you don't have work in between that time, which, you know, a lot of them were working. Tamika was doing plays, Tasha was doing plays. You know, Candy was a real housewife, paper, so you know she was working, making somewhere in between $2.5 and $5 million a year, plus her that lethal pen she got, and then she started producing. Y'all, I'm telling you, the lady was just banking money. Okay, didn't really need the group like that, but the group needed her in order to, you know, be successful. But Tasha didn't see it that way. So Tasha decided that she was going to do what she did in the first place, which I knew that was the case. And initially, I did think it was Candy. When Candy came out with Out with the Club, Don't Think I'm Not. When she first came out with that song, I was like, look at this shit. She's skinny. Well, you know, they were all dark skinned except Tiny. And that's because she's biracial. But when she came out with that song, I was like, look at her over here trying to upstage Tasha. And we know Tasha is the singer, right? So I was like, look at this man. Then after further research and then me watching their unsung, I was like, wait a minute. Tasha seems to be the problem. Her and her big head and her wrinkled neck. Oh yeah, she got the folds in the neck. And I was like, why is she the problem? Then I come to find out that the husband was her manager. I said, oh, here we go. Shout out to Mary J. When all that stuff started to come out, I was like, oh, she's the problem. And then when the show came out and we realized that mama, Miss Gloria, was a mess, and she stayed involved in the mess with the groups, we knew then that Tasha was the problem. Tasha and Rocky. So fast forward to 2025. You know, after the albums have flopped, gospel album flopped, she backstabbed the group again over a solo career. Sometimes you can't be a Diana Ross, right? Diana Ross was horribly untalented, in my opinion. Okay? Zero talent. She could harmonize with the rest of the group, but we all know the real singer was Florence Ballard. But the thing about Florence Ballard was, she wasn't fucking Barry Gordy. Diana was. And the same thing with Tasha. Tasha was fucking Rocky and married him. And he was their road manager, right? So he was the one who was getting them deals. But all the while, he backdooring the rest of the group, trying to get them a solo deal. Trying to get, not them a solo deal. Whoa, slip of the tongue. I mean, trying to get Tasha a solo. Working strictly for Tasha and not for the group per se. So anyway, like I said, fast forward to 2025. She goes in the studio and she does this residual record where they had the challenge And everybody's like, she killed it, she killed it, she killed it. But what we have to understand for Xscape, for me, if you know Xscape like I know Xscape, honey, the word on the street is that Candy sings like a goat, okay? The word on the street is that Tiny is nasally. And the word on the street is that Tamika Scott and Tasha Scott are the singers, and then Tasha being the singer. To me, that went to her head. But what we have to realize, and like I said, everybody can't be Diana Ross, because, you know, everybody, it doesn't work for everybody when you're fucking a boss or management. It didn't work that way for Tasha Scott. For the group Xscape, no one can be a diva, in my opinion. Are you with me with this? Are you with me? Because I loved when the girls came out with, what was that? When Candy refused to record with them again, and they came out, it was something about a secret garden, a secret escape, or something like that. The past. I can hear the song in my head because I love the song. It wasn't a big hit, but I love the song. It's just I was more so nostalgic than anything. But you could tell the signature sound wasn't there. And just like right now, you could tell the signature sound is not there without Tasha. Right? But the girls have moved on. They have done their thing, and they have been successful doing their thing with the three of them. They weren't as successful with Tasha and the other two girls with that song that I can't think of the name. Hopefully it'll come to me before I end this video. But anyway, so that being said, they weren't as successful that way. So here's Tasha doing the residuals, apologizing, saying she loved Rocky, all of the above. But what do we find out? We find out that Rocky and Tasha are still together. And we find that out through who? Tamika. Baby, Tamika say, no ma'am. I love my sister, but she tells a lie. She is not for this whole reconciliation. And the reason why she's not for it, because I saw them together. And when Miss Gloria saw me and, we were at a family function, they saw me, they got up and down. Y'all, to see the way that Mama and Tasha treated Tamika, it is hard. It was hard to watch. Now, the sisters say they love each other, and I'm sure they do, but sometimes you gotta love people from a distance. Drop down in the comments. Tell me what you guys think. Do y'all think that the group can get back together? I mean, all four of them. Because, really, we'll take Marcy and the rest of the people who don't know music. That 4-part harmony that they have going on in that group, I said 4-part, that they have going on in that group, is missing when they sing by themselves. All of them. To me, it takes all of them to make that signature sound they have, because Candy is the bass. And then when she can go from low high to her whistle register, it makes everything come together. If you know, you know. And I'm not talking to y'all young ass folks that just know Candy from her pen and the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm talking about to know Candy as the singer, the Candy as the bass singer in that group, Candy as the foundation of that group, as far as her having a signature sound, making them have a signature sound. Because anybody could have done a 3-part harmony and been with Tiny and her nasal, and then Tamika and Tasha with their full alto R&B soul type of voice. It was Candy who gave them something different. It was T-Balls who gave TLC something different. It was that low register and that bass that made those two groups stand out and be different. And Jermaine Dupri knew that. Okay? Because when he signed Xscape, he was like, shit, I got to get that lightning in the bottle that LaFace got going on over there with TLC. right? I'm just telling you what I know. Oh, by the way, I think the name of that song is Down Memory Lane. I liked it, but you know, for me, Tiny would go anything. I don't think Tiny would. Tiny would be like, let's make this money, y'all. Let's just make this money. So you want some money? So I don't think she cares one way or the other if the group has the 4-point harmony or not, as long as she's making money. But Candy is gonna be about their business, okay? The Scott sisters own the name of Xscape, and Tasha's like, they kicked me out of my group, but you know y'all co-own the name, which is why y'all were able to sing Memory Lane. But could you actually sing the other songs that you all made together without that 4-point harmony? No. Not without Tasha. Not without Candy. But as far as I'm understanding and me seeing clips, Tiny, Tamika, and Candy are making it work. They are making it happen. And Tasha, listen to me, Linda. It just looks like they don't need you like that. They don't need you like that. They might want you like that, but they might not need you like that. What Candy said, and people are saying that Candy needs to get out the business. What business? Hello? The group. Candy's in the group. And of course, they talk to Candy because Candy is the face of the group. We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it real or not. We ain't going to keep it real. Or we're going to say what we want to say. She is the producer, director, the songwriter, blah, 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 da-da-da. The list goes on and on. And then the Caucasian people don't know her as much from Xscape as they do from the Real Housewives. We're going to keep it real. As Carla said, oh, we're going to have a real honest conversation, right, y'all? Yes. Honest conversation. Keep it real. So that's why when you see the reporters, they stick the mic in front of Candace's face. It is what it is. Okay? Do you think that the group can have success without Tasha? I'm sorry, without Candy again, because I don't think Candy gonna want to work with Tasha like that. And as we can see with Memory Lane, even though it was a nice song, it didn't chart. No, they're not making any new music. But let's talk about those concert sales and that shmoney that they making out singing that old music. That's where the money is. That's where the money resides. And they making the money. You know, going on these tours and whatnot. And we all know that in the singing world, that's where the money resides with tours as well. I don't know. But anyway, they stick the mic in front of Candy's face, as they do. And everybody's mad about it. So when they stick the mic in front of Candy's face, Candy just keep it real. She's like, what? Let the sisters work out their issues. Leave me and Tiny out of it. Basically what she said, leave me out of it. I don't want to be in a group chat. No more. Until they fix what's broken between the two of them, then it's no negotiations to be had. I'm with Candy on that. Did y'all see them acting a fool on that show? Let me know again. Do y'all think that she is right about that? Now, I agree with Candy. I'm a big Candy fan. Don't get it twisted. I'm just letting you know I was Team Candy before Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like I said, once I saw their ensemble and I saw that it was Tasha who really wanted to go solo because everybody was calling her the voice, which she is. I'm not taking... Can anybody take the voice away from the voice? And the way the fifth member stuck that into her head, that she was better than everybody else in the group. We're not going to do that, right? However, the runs is old and tired, delayed, and through. I'm not with the runs. I've never been a run person. Run, kick a run, take a run. Nope. Never been me. And So I'm gonna take my black card. That was the reason why I didn't like Luther, y'all. I could not. And I know I'm not the only one that's tired of the runs. And that's another who, come on, can we have an honest conversation? Same thing with Wanye. Why Wanye was dragging Kent. Some people don't like the way you say Wanye. I'm one of them. A run or two, yeah, I can deal with it. But when you take a good vocal recording, and when I say good, I mean good, and you replace just about every other word with I hate it. When I say I hate it, baby, I cannot. So anyway, as I was saying, before I close, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think the group can deal, like I said, can they, move on or get past this whole disagreement? Will Tasha answer this question? Do y'all think Tasha's gonna give Tamika her residual? Huh? Is she gonna pay the lady her money back? Because that's all we did. Don't y'all remember we had a hashtag pay that lady her money? Oh my goodness. All right. And again, my condolences goes out to the family of Angie Stone. Okay. Move right along. Oh, I said I was gonna close. Oh, one more story before I go. And this is because I watched the show and I reviewed the show. I was intending to talk about this story a long time ago, Dave. Jennifer and Krishna Gold. Y'all, what is the deal? I hope they don't pick up on my mic. Every time I come out to my car and I have silence, there go my stomach. Acid reflux. But anyway, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it because I was about to close. But I'm just going to run this about Jennifer. Jennifer. Child. Are y'all really out here trying to sue that lady? That red wine lady or whatever her name is? Because she done brought the truth out on Christian. Just like with bitter tea. It's not like it's new. It's not like that it's something that you like, okay, well, I know they can fix this thing about them. When you find out things like the lady done jumped off the top of the house, you find out things like, say, with Tim and Sweetie Pie, that he opening up restaurants and his mama constantly getting on TV suing him. And then you kind of know that the guy before that was the guy who, was in different, gangs and whatnot and street niggas, whatever. So you telling me after you date an NBA player that splashed the drink in your face, the time was to date street dudes? I guess you don't mind as much because the word on the street isn't, and I ain't one got, so you didn't hear this from me, that your daddy, the reason why you know the pool town was because your daddy was into the street life and was a hustler, baby. He was a hustler, baby. He knew hard times. If you know, you know. That's from my girl Rock. She's coming back pretty soon. But it's all a part of the game. So that's probably why you kind of give street niggas a pass. Is that what it is? I'm thinking that's what it is. You trying to date your dad. But girl, come here. Come here, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen to me, Linda. I know you fucking lying. Everybody told you about the lady that jumped off the top of the house. Okay, that went by. You didn't want to listen to Vanessa. Yeah, Vanessa kicked out the show because you said she was lying. But it came out in court that she wasn't, right? So you found out the things were true. Then you barely got by because Tim had begun to stalk you allegedly. And right after that, your relationship, and you had put the order, the no contact order out against him, what happened? What happened, Jennifer? Jennifer, what happened? He ended up being in a scheme and a plot to get rid of his own nephew. Took him off the earth. And he's serving time for that. And this is what you go and do, too. You go across the sea and marry this man. Anyway, after that red wine girl had already dropped the tea on him. And let me add that the motherfucker had to serve jail time before y'all got married, and you married him anyway? Girl, and you 50. What have you learned? What do you know? Talk to me. I need to know. What are you thinking? What were you thinking? Were you even thinking at all? Because now this motherfucker has a Ricco charge against him. Ricco. You know how I know what Ricco charges are? Not because I've ever had been in that type of business. Or ever had to deal with somebody in that type of business. I learned a whole lot about Ricco again from Powell. When they had those Ricco charges against Tyreek and the people that was doing the little computer generated, when you go up to the, I can't think the name of it right now, but they would go up to the stairs, whatever, and they punch the little stairs, punch the little button, and behind the brick would be they rocks. That's what I learned about the Ricco from Powell, Book 2, Ghost. I think that's how you say it. That one. So I learned a little something about Ricco charges. And usually, when the feds get involved, it ain't nothing you can do about it. Jennifer, I foresee in the very near future you having to give up assets. Now, I don't know where your daddy is. I don't know where he is. I know your mother recently passed. But I don't know where your pappy is. Because you don't talk about him no more after he bought you the Porsche, right? You living a life. But, girl, I hope you don't have assets tied up with this fella. Because you may be on the list, and maybe an innocent bystander, but on the list of them, freezing your assets. And girl, now you can't live without a good Gucci purse or a good Gucci bag or a good Gucci belt. So what are you going to do if your assets are froze? What are you going to do if you can't drive a Bentley or a Porsche? Huh? Didn't you say you had 2 Porsches sitting in your driveway right now? You know how materialistic you are? Girl, what if you have to walk around like the rest of us and wear a headscarf and can get your weave done every day? Or your nails? Huh? You one of them can't. What about your red bottoms and what's not? Huh? Your Christian Louboutin? Huh? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? And see, the thing about it is, if you have to live that life, then finally you will see what Tammy in that bad wig and that fanny pack and her food stamps was talking about. And with that, I'm going to close for real this time. Come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Do you think that the Ricco charges are going to, or the feds are going to come after Jennifer too? Let me know down in the comments. As I do when I close, I'm going to talk about deuces. Don't forget to hit the notification bell button so you will be notified when I upload a video. And share the video. Why? Because sharing is key.